Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back. If you've seen several of my videos before, if you're new to me, then my name's Abby and my videos are all about mindset and positivity and different things that we can do to have more of a healthier focus on your life. So today I really wanted to talk to you about the little things that we can do to shift our mindset from those negative thoughts to those positive thoughts. So one thing that I wanted to start with is it's actually scientifically proven that our minds remember the negative emotions, the negative points of our life a lot more clearly than all of the positives. And it can take between 3 and 5 positive events or emotions just to overcome one single negative event within our life. And that's quite a lot. And when you listen to that, you can think, well, that's a lot. I don't think I have that much positivity. I'm going to be stuck being negative. And you're not. I promise you, you are absolutely not going to be stuck being negative. It seems like a lot, but it really, really isn't, because it depends on your perception on what is positive and what is negative. And that's really what this talk today is going to be about, is these little things that we can do to shift from that negative mindset to a positive mindset. Because when we're in a negative mindset, it actually impacts a lot more than just our mood. So if you're say you're having a really, really bad day, you're late for work, you get a project dumped on you, or that you're not expecting, or a deadline moved, or if you work on the phones or in customer service, you have phone call after phone call after phone call of negatives, because we all get those days. By the time you get home, you're in a really, really bad mood. You're likely to make unhealthy choices in terms of your evening meal, if you eat at all. Or if you do eat, you're likely to choose the carbohydrates, the sugar, the things that your body doesn't actually really need. You're less likely to be drinking enough fluid, enough water. You're more likely to go to things like drinking alcohol. And by the time you go to bed, you're in such an awful place. Your stress hormone is right up there. You're not going to sleep very well. You're going to have a really poor night's sleep. You're going to struggle to get off. It's going to be really broken. You're not going to get that deep sleep that your body needs to heal. And by the time you come to the next day, you really start to feel pretty rubbish. And then you're starting off the day feeling rubbish. So you're more likely to have another bad day. And that's just a cycle that happens to all of us. Even the most positive people in your life, they'll have days like that. We all have them. But because of the way that our mind works, because of the way that our body works, it then becomes a cycle. And when it becomes a cycle, that's when we start building in unhealthy habits in our life just to try and cope, because we get stuck in that cycle of not sleeping, not giving our body what it needs, not giving our body the energy that it needs, and not giving our mind the enrichment that it needs. We then start off the day in a bad mood. Really, it's so important. How you start your day is the mood that you carry on forward. So by that point, you're stuck just having bad day after bad day after bad day. And you'll probably see people in your life coming in like Little Miss Sunshine, and you're just like, why are they positive? They seem to be going through exactly the same as me, but look at them. And that's all down to their mindset. And that is absolutely something you can change. It's a learned behavior. It's when you think of the negatives, when you think of those negative thoughts, if you're not focusing on what those positivities are, saying that you need 3 of them to overcome every negative seems like such a huge amount. And it then becomes very unrealistic and you feel stuck. And that's when we as a society start to get really, really stuck in those negatives and stuck in those really bad behaviours. But it is normal. It's absolutely normal, but it is possible to change it. So what I want you to do is, first of all, I want you to, when you're having a bad day, break the cycle, put a pause on it, because you cannot focus on the positives. You cannot do the work to change it into a good day if all you can think about is the bad. So for different people, this is different things. So having that bit of that reset is different. So for me, music is really important to me. It's such a big part of my life. I listen to music all day, every day. I'm always singing, always dancing along to stuff. And it's a very important thing for me. And it's also very, very easy for my friends and family to gauge what sort of mood I'm in. because I have a very eclectic taste in music, so they can tell from what sort of thing I'm listening to as to what sort of mood I'm in and what sort of mood I'm trying to get myself in as well. So for me, if I'm really struggling, I put on my happy playlist, which is all the songs that I know without fail will put me in a good mood. Things that, regardless of what's going on, if I listen to those songs before long, I'm singing along, I'm dancing around the living room, and it just gives me that break. Some people find that doing repetitive motions, such as my sister knits, my mum cleans. You always know when she's in a bad mood because she starts moving the furniture and emptying out the cupboards, because that repetitive motion allows her to then get that reset and get that handle on those negative thoughts. Some people find that exercise, running, swimming, I swim quite a lot, anything like that, having like a really big workout, doing yoga, meditating, all those sorts of things are really, really good for just giving your mind that little bit of a rest. And then once you've done that and you've had that, you've put a pause on that cycle of negativity, you can then start to focus on all the positives that have happened throughout the day. So what I want you to do is, when you have taken that break, focus on everything that's happened to the day and only think of the positives and write them down. And you'll be surprised just how many little positive things happen throughout the day. You might have got stuck in traffic being late for work, but someone might have let you out. And you might have made that traffic light because someone gave way to you and let you out. It could be that one of your colleagues knew that you were in a meeting for a really long period of time and you came back to a bar of chocolate on your desk, or a nice hot cup of tea. It could be that you got home and your dog was just so excited to see you, and just having that cuddle and that play with your dog just made you feel better. Whatever it is, there will always be something positive. And if you think of all those things and write them down, then when you get to the end of the day, just focus on those. Don't think of all the negatives. Your mind will have remembered them anyway. Just to focus on those positives. Okay, yes, I might have had a stressful day, but this, and this happened. And think about how that makes you feel. And every time you get to that point where you're starting to feel stressed, you're starting to feel overwhelmed, practice that process of breaking the cycle. Go outside and get some fresh air. Phone your friend. Just play on the game on your phone. Go off and do some yoga. Blast out some music. Make a cup of tea. Whatever it is. Take that break and just think, what has happened today that is positive? What went my way today? Because every day something goes your way. It could be that you just get in the house and then the heavens open and it starts to rain, so you've just missed the rain. It could be that you do get caught in it, but you've actually remembered your umbrella for the first time in ages because for whatever reason you decided to put it in your bag. Whatever it is, there will always be something. And if you spend your day consciously making that effort to focus on what's gone right, and consciously making that effort to take a breather, take a breath, recenter yourself, let it all go and move forward, then you will become a more positive person. And when you're in that mindset, that's when we make those healthier choices. That's when we go, actually, no, I don't really need a fourth cup of tea today. I should probably drink some water. And actually, as much as it would be really nice to have takeout tonight, I've got out something really healthy, and that's going to nourish my body a lot better. And by the time you then get to going to bed and you're thinking of all the positive things, you are going to sleep better. You're going to sleep deeper, which means that your body then has a chance to heal. And while we are asleep and while we are dreaming, it already is working through all those negatives for you. Your mind will do that. It will sort it out. You don't need to think about it during the day. You don't need to focus on that because your mind's going to sort it out later. You can just focus on getting that good night's sleep and starting that day the next day going, actually, it wasn't so bad. All of that happened that was positive. And it's a good habit just to go through what positive things happened. What did you actually manage to achieve? And starting that day with that mindset, because when you start your day more positive, you are already looking for those positives. And it works in a cycle, and we become happier people and we become more centered. And it does take effort. And to start off with, it is hard. Trust me, I've had to do this. I had to learn how to do this to become a more positive person. And it is hard, but it is worth it. And each day, just take it as it comes. And if you have a day where you're just like, yes, we did have some positives, but we still had some negatives, then that's absolutely fine. And the next day you start again. You start again. It's a fresh day. It's a new start. Let's focus on the positives. And each day it will become easier and easier. And each day we'll be building in those coping mechanisms to deal with the stress in our lives that isn't relying on carbohydrates, sugar, alcohol, drugs for some people. It's not focusing on coping with that stress in that way. It's focusing on shifting our body to that healthier version of ourselves. So that's really the message for today. I hope this helps you. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, and please feel free to send me any comments. All right, take care. Bye.